Hello, this is State Representative Tom Morrison with another edition of the Morrison Report. I'm joined by a guest, a friend, Reverend Wayne Kuna, who is down here in Springfield to give the invocation as we start House session today. Wayne and I have known each other for about 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah.
And he's had an interesting background. So he, after a career in the toy industry, he then felt called to go into ministry, started working with a group called the Navigators, and now he runs a ministry called Soul Priority, and they primarily work in the Chicago area. He does things like Bible studies and just does pastoral counseling to people who have to, who live in the suburbs but commute to the city. So they meet at different train stations and things like that. Anyway, as we start session every day, different people come in to give the house invocation. Yesterday actually was kind of exciting. The Loyola basketball team was here, and so Sister Jean, the famous Sister Jean, gave the invocation. So anyway, today it's Wayne's turn, and I just want to talk to him about what his ministry is, what it does, and then what his prayer is for the state of Illinois and for us lawmakers and what you do. So welcome, Wayne.
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Much. Yeah, it's a pleasure. Well, Soul Priority is really designed to work with men and women in the workplace to have them transform their careers with God's principles. And we do that by looking at leadership. We look at priority in people's lives. We look at what good culture is, and we look at why we work.
Yeah, and you're pretty non-denominational too.
Absolutely, yes. I mean, it's we have people that are across the spectrum, and people who know a lot about the Bible, people who don't know anything about the Bible, and some people don't even care about the Bible, but they care about having more purpose to their career and their work. Yeah,
and you've given the invocation now a few times here. Yes. in the Senate and in the House.
Yes.
What gave you the desire or the motivation to want to get involved as just a regular citizen at home? You and I have had some conversations about just a concern about the direction of the state of Illinois, and recognizing these are very complex, difficult problems.
Yes.
We're all human beings. We come from different points of view, but we can ask God for wisdom.
Yes.
And we can also love each other and just try to see each other as fellow human beings. And, just share some thoughts about that.
Well, after I came down the first time, I just really got a real sense for the people, but I just felt like the state was stuck. And I know that so much of the power is invested in our legislators, to unstick it, even though there's other factors involved. And I just felt that prayer was the most powerful thing that we could do to get people to listen to one another, to talk about things, to talk about things in a way that creates consensus and not just compromise.
Right.
And to do things righteously and to really have light as part of the picture. And I thought that prayer was the way to do that. And actually, as I go around and say, how could I pray for you? People are really touched. I mean, they just want to say, I came here to do something, and it's just hard.
Yeah.
It's harder than they realize. So I pray about that. Sometimes it's like they pray about what's going on with their family.
Yeah.
I have issues on both sides of the aisle, actually. So, every once in a while I pray about something that really touches my heart. And people have just been open. They just I'm coming not looking for anything. I'm coming to give something, and they don't see that.
When we're down here, and for those of you who have visited, you've kind of seen, it can be chaos. It looks pretty peaceful here right now, but people are always coming to our office asking for things. Do this, we need this, we need that. And it's very refreshing to have someone come into the office and say, what can I do for you?
Yeah.
And in a sense that, how can I pray for you? Or, can I talk to you about, what's going on at home? Or,
sure.
What are some of the issues that you're facing in your district? We have representatives here who every single day, I'm talking about the west and south side of Chicago, every single day there are shootings. Children, totally innocent victims, just getting shot. And it's just refreshing to have someone from up north who feels the same way, to recognize some of our problems are so difficult, so complex. How do we break through? And it does say in the Bible, if anyone lacks wisdom,
ask.
He should ask, pray, and so.
Yeah, my hope is that as I pray for people here, that they'll get the incentive to pray, with each other and for one another, and for the things that they're trying to bring to the state of Illinois through the legislature. And then hopefully, as they realize that they're asking God, that they actually would listen to God and actually see things from his perspective,
Yeah.
because it is complex.
Yeah. Well, so we just had a National Day of Prayer last week. Again, this is a bipartisan thing. If you look at through our country's history, prayer has been an essential component of who we are as a people. Again, not everyone believes in prayer or is forced to pray or anything, but it's clear that it's part of our culture. And anyway, so we appreciate you watching. Wayne, I appreciate you being here today, and thanks for watching the Morrison Report. Have a great day.
Blessings.